Welcome to another 10-minute episode of Everything Sports with Aman and Evan. We keep coming out every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, as well as regular episodes coming out on Saturday, and shorts come out every single day. So make sure to follow all our social media platforms so you do not miss out on any of our content. But today, we got some pretty sad news in baseball. We got the MLB owners voting unanimously in favor of John Fisher's proposal to move the Oakland A's to Las Vegas. I mean, it's just really, really sad as a Bay Area sports fan, mostly San Francisco for me. But, I mean, even as a Giants fan, it really, really sucks. Now we lose our crosstown rivals, or what's I guess say cross-bridge rivals in the Oakland A's. No more Bay Bridge series, at least coming after the next year or so. We'll see what happens with their stadium, of course. But it just really, really sucks to see. I mean, Oakland A's fans really just do not deserve this. They're such loyal fans. They love their teams. I mean, now they lost the Warriors, Raiders, and A's. I mean, you can really see it from all those teams that they just absolutely adored their teams, and now all of them are gone. Let's talk about the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders fan base, they were just absolutely nuts. Constantly going all out, no matter how bad or how good the team was. They would go all out, cheer so loudly for that team. And of course, Oracle, there was no one as Oracle. I mean, the playoffs were just absolutely electric. Of course, the Warriors winning 3 titles over there. I mean, it's just really, really sad to see now that there's no more teams in Oakland. And I really just want to touch on some things that I've read today. I mean, we'll start off with an article from Dan Moore of The Ringer. I mean, it says right here, he's treated the A's less as a community asset than as a corporate cudgel, and A's fans less like community partners than like captured hostages. I mean, that just really explains what has happened between John Fisher and the Oakland A's fans. He really has no interest in keeping this team in Oakland, despite all the efforts, the despite the boycotts, despite the rallies at the at City Hall, despite them going to every single stadium possible and just cheering as loud as they can, sell the team. I mean, and even efforts outside of that, outside of the fans. You saw efforts from the mayor. You saw efforts from the city council. They were trying to keep this team in Oakland. They really tried their best. I mean, they had proposals set for the A's to stay in Oakland. They were going to build a beautiful ballpark either on the waterfront or they were going to keep their stadium where it is right now and just build a completely different stadium. I mean, it's just so sad. I really just can't say much more. And I mean, I just want to another quote from the article, just talking about how much A's fans truly just love their team. It's from Carly Kaufman. Says, I take my 2 young kids to games as often as I can, and the A's organization and community are a part of our family identity. The A's movement out of Oakland is horrible for lifelong A's fans like me and for Oakland and the East Bay in general. But it feels especially horrible for the kids knowing that they do not get to experience this. I mean, the A's, they're such a generationally loved team, no matter how bad or how good they've been. I mean, of course, we saw in recent years that since Fisher came around, he clearly just did not want to be in Oakland. He absolutely just destroyed the team. Of course, he had those glory years, Sean Manaea, Matt Chapman. I mean, just name all Marcus Semien, name all those guys. But then immediately, just a couple of years after, all of them were gone, and now you have this really, really horrible team. Now, clearly no investment from John Fisher into this team. Doesn't really care about the product on the field. Doesn't care about the fans at all. He just cares about the money, and that's unfortunately the part of sports that, the owners, all they really care about half the time is the money. Of course, you have some good owners that do really, really care about the team, but unfortunately, baseball's a business, and it really, really sucks. I mean, but it also, on the flip side of this, saying that's a business, is that it really just doesn't make any sense to move Las Vegas because you're going to have a smaller stadium. You have such a smaller MLB market. I mean, why move out of Oakland when, one, you had money to build a stadium, two, it's a bigger market, three of the fans absolutely love you guys. I mean, I don't see any reason for them to move to Las Vegas. I mean, of course, you're gonna get the tourist attraction. You're gonna get a good amount of people like betting on the games and whatnot, but you have a smaller stadium, which of course is gonna bring in a little bit less revenue. I mean, I guess you can charge more for sure, but and then you're also having to battle now with the teachers over there and that whole situation. I mean, we'll see if that ends up delaying or even breaking the A's plans to move to Las Vegas. I'm really hoping for that as a Giants fan, or even just for the A's fans, honestly, because I know how mad and how sad and just how I mean they're kind of at a loss for words right now because I mean obviously they knew this was happening, but now that it is going to happen, it looks like it's very, very likely going to happen. It's just really, really sad to see. I mean, I want to read some more quotes from that same article I've been talking about. We got 957, the game host. Fisher's disregard for Ace fans is appalling. It's sad how one man can squash something that's so important to so many people. Another quote from the president of the Oakland 68s. And the Oakland 68s, they're obviously the big fan group of the Oakland A's. They're the ones that started the reverse boycott. They're the ones that's been cheering on that team from those right center field bleachers for a long, long time, banging that drum, waving those flags, you name it. They've been doing all of it. But he said, I feel disgusted seeing the decline of a once proud franchise at the hand of a trust fund kid. John Fisher should sell and never walk the streets of Oakland ever again. I mean, that's just so true. He just did not care about this team at all. Like he said, trust fund kid. That's literally what he is. Money, money, money. That's all he really cares about. But he has $1 billion. He doesn't really need the money, but it's all he cares about anyways. He literally can easily keep this team in Oakland, but he completely decided not to. It's just so sad. Another video that I saw was the video had a message to the MLB owners, and that video just really, really touched home. It really showed how much that the team means to the city. I mean, you saw in that video, you have interviews from fans, you have interviews from Oakland 68 members, you have interviews from Brody Brazil, the A's play-by-play guy. You have videos from literally every single member of the Oakland community. It feels like all coming together and trying to show their love for the team and trying to convince the owners that this team deserves to stay in Oakland, and I think it really, really does. And it's I don't know, it's really hard to make any words out of this because it's just really, really depressing to see. I know so many A's fans in my life. I mean, there's so many friends that are A's fans, family members that are A's fans, and it's just heartbreaking to see them lose their favorite team. It's like I know the Giants almost moved to Tampa Bay, but I wasn't really alive back then. But if that was reality right now, I would be very sad. I would be very sad if the Giants were moving to Tampa Bay. I would be really depressed to see my childhood, my favorite team of all time, like the team I absolutely love, just disappear. It's really, really sad, and we'll see if the A's are able to keep the name in Oakland. We'll see if they are able to somehow bring up an expansion teams later down the line. I really hope that's possible because Oakland deserves a baseball team. They're one of the best fan bases in all of baseball, if not the best fan base in all of baseball. I stand by that really, really strongly. And I just want to end it with this, with Jeff Passan. Read the end of his article released today. He said, on Tuesday night, 2 days before the vote, 3 A's fans wearing T-shirts that read "Sell" sat near Fisher at the restaurant at the Live Bay Lowe's Hotel, where the owners' meeting were held. As Fisher stood up to leave a few minutes later, one fan said loud enough for Fisher to hear, "Keep the A's in Oakland. Do the right thing." Walking away, Fisher muttered under his breath, "I am doing the right thing." I mean, that right there just explains everything. That just really just details this whole history between the A's fans and John Fisher in a nutshell. It's really, really, really sad to see, like I've been saying so many times over and over again. And I feel so bad for you A's fans. I cope with you. I, I, I mean, really, it's just so sad. I mean, as a Giants fan, I'm inviting you over to our team. If you want to root for our team, I'll bring you in with open arms. I know how much you guys love your teams, how loyal you are to your teams, and how much you support your baseball team. And it's really, really sad to see. Unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate. And I really wish John Fisher sells the team at some point. I really wish somehow, some way, some sort of miracle can happen where this is no longer reality, where the A's are still in Oakland, where the A's stay in Oakland forever, or at least for a very, very long time. But unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna happen, and that's just that's just the way baseball rolls sometimes. That's just the way this sport rolls as a business, and it's very unfortunate.